So today I'm going to be working on these 5 items. So we got a ceiling tile, a window, an old light cover, chicken feeder, and a pulley. So I'm super excited to make these into some beautiful home decor. Right now they're just fun little vintage, antique, junk pile treasure hunters who love this kind of stuff are happy to find it when they're out and about. So if you landed on this channel, you love treasure hunting. You love to go out looking for pre-loved items to decorate your own home with, or that need a little bit of loving. So in today's video, it is just that. I'm taking some of the pre-loved items that I found when I was out thrifting, treasure hunting. If you want to see those type of videos, those are on my other channel, GingerChick The Journey. I usually try to just keep this to DIYs and crafting. So let's get making these junk pile items over. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and clean the chicken feeder. I don't actually think this is terribly dirty. But we want to make it into home decor for somebody to use it either outside or inside, so we want to make sure that it is clean. Can we make a chicken feeder pretty? Beautiful, aged galvanized. We're gonna put some florals in there, and then I'll figure out what to put down in that. So I really wanted some white daisy looking flowers. Everybody seemed to be out of them. So I had to order some off of Amazon. I don't really care for these, which makes them look like the greens are 2 different colors. So, but it's going to eat one of my daisies. So we'll just start building it up. I don't necessarily think I need floral foam in the bottom of it. But yeah, that's gotta go. It's funny how they came bent. What if I need them longer? Which I may. So I have some of this baby grass. I thought maybe I need to break up some of those daisies so it wasn't not so many daisies. Just add a little pop of green. I didn't like their green. And somebody may not like my green, but softens it up. So this one has 3 spots, which makes it kind of hard just to stick a big piece of decor in there. So I have this green grass. It's just paper grass that I'm going to fill it in because you can see the stems. And now you can see the stems. Yep, that looks, hides it. Now I need to see what kind of decor I have to put in there. But I do have some of these pieces that I can still add in. so it'll kind of still go with the top. So I have this little, which I don't know, it almost matches too much. Or I have this little sheep that still matches, but I kind of like him better because he sticks out. Then I could put some more of that. Around, and I wouldn't glue it in. I could take him out, and I have some mini pots, and I could put those in, and they have some wording on them. I can find the ones with the wording. So we can do that. Too many decisions. Then I could add the chicken back in. There's that. Could stick with a gardening theme, and I could put these rusty crusties in here. And then keep the terracotta pots. I think I'm going with the terracotta pots, so I'll probably glue them in. And these. And then I'll come up with something, I think. Something. I have a rooster. Of course I do. I think we're gonna attach that too. So that'll fill in that space. We'll add these, have the whole gardening theme going on. Except I think he might need some patina. What do you think? He's kind of scratched up. So, okay, need to give this rooster some patina. Okay, iron, Dixie Belle's iron paint. Didn't even know I was gonna do this until I started doing that chicken feeder. It's got the brown background, so I don't think I need the primer. I just need to make it look colored. Just a dabbing motion, because I think rust is kind of raised and bumpy. I'm just looking for some rust, so we're just going to do the green patina spray with the iron paint and let it do its magic. Fortunately, not quick as paint. We have to wait an hour or so to let it do its magic, but well worth it. So the rooster has rusted. Oh, love how he turned out. Yep, just the basic iron paint with the green patina did just fine. So now we need to seal him in. So I'm going to be using some Weather Defense clear coat. Okay, let me see. Be hard for you guys to see, but so yeah, like I said, this has a little wording on it. So I thought that would be fun, but we'll get this. I think it's light enough that hot glue will be enough. So let me figure out where I want those. first I need to clean this guy off. I like rusty crusty, but he's got some dirt and stuff like that with him, so. And so a lot of people comment about my big sink that came with the house when we bought it. And I do love it because I can scrub lots of items in the sink. So part of being a person who sells and makes over things is all the little gadgets you have to fit in certain areas to be able to clean things. First thing that I'm going to do on the tile is this is the back of it. And I don't know about you, but I don't want rust on my wall. So I'm going to go ahead and seal that in using some of the Weather Defense metal spray that I pretty much use on almost everything. But that way it'll just seal it. It stops it from going any farther. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this with some Weather Defense. That'll seal in that rustiness. Maybe make it a little bit shiny, but that way it's not getting on somebody's wall. I sprayed the back. Now I'll go ahead and see what we got underneath any kind of dirt. There was some kind of like white film on there. Powder residue, like you can see it. So to paint the tile, when I bought the tile, I was going to leave it, but with it having that weird film on it, it changed the color of it a little bit. And I'm still going for a chippy look. So I'm not going to seal it in with any shellac as a bonding agent or anything. I'm just going to do straight flour sack milk paint to get that chippy look. So, like if I prep it with primer and that whatnot, it would like stick better, but I don't really care about it sticking, as I just want to brighten it up a little bit. Sometimes when they're thrifted items, you have no idea what is on them. So if you haven't used Sweet Pickins milk paint, as you see, it's a powder paint. So it's equal parts powder to equal parts water. You stir it for 2 minutes, and I still can't get the habit of, I probably should put my liquid in before my powder, but my brain cannot change the way I do things. Oh, anyway. So you stir it for 2 minutes, and then you let it sit off to the side and let it thicken up 2 to 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it when you feel like it's ready. So you can see it aerating. Some people use little hand mixers, the little shake mixers. I went through 2 of them and they broke. They didn't even work the first time I used them. So I just go with my old-fashioned way and give my hand a workout of stirring it with, this is just a plastic knife, or you can use a popsicle stick or whatever you have. My milk paint is ready. Like I said, I'm not putting any wax. I'm not putting any shellac on there. It's just going to brighten it up, and then hopefully whatever that white powder was. Oh my gosh, I'm making a mess. Sometimes it's like that. Trying to get it into all the detailed areas first. Not worried about complete coverage at the rusty, crusty sides. Okay, coat number 2, which should be plenty. So we did get some chippiness. So I've got to seal this in. So I'm going to use a mixture of the Homestead Clear Wax because I don't want to darken the white up, but I do want to bring out the chipping and cracking. So I'm going to use the aging wax. So the brush will just chip all that off and get that rust showing and the natural underneath, that patina. Okay, so I need something to hang the pulley and attach it to the tile. So I actually bought this rope. I've been buying from the Dollar Tree store, but when I went in this morning to the store, I was way too early. So I just picked this up at Walmart. It's just some thick, heavy rope, but it looks too new, so I need to age it. So I'm just gonna guesstimate on how much I think I need. So this is just a watered down Waverly antiquing wax mixture, and then I add a little bit of black in it, and I haven't made a new jar in a long time. I don't really use it too awful much anymore. So it's actually a little bit more black than the brown, but that's okay because we're just trying to make this look old. We don't want to have all these old features and then have this new rope. So I'm just going to stick it in there, see how it just absorbs. It's like you put it in and then you take it out. There we go. See? Okay, now I need to make some holes. So this is like a countersinking. It'll go and make a bigger hole so I can get that jute twine through there. You use this part for the hanging, so then the rope will go through here. And I taped off the ends because you know they're gonna fray. Of course, the tape is the big part. Now my jute is still wet. That makes it way easier to tie, and it also helps keep it. So we'll cut this off and then I'll put a little glue on those ends to make sure that they stay. So now I have this old light fixture, beautiful patina. There's nothing other than dusting it off that I need to do to it. Not too long ago, I ran across a green one You know, not everybody has the same vision for stuff. I'm glad that somebody salvaged this, because they really do make interesting candle holders. So even though it still has this little insert, even if I glued that in place, my candle would just be short. So I do, when I see these, when I'm out and about thrifting, these are nice because, there you go, I can glue this in place and it's a place for the candle to go. But we're going to hot glue that. Okay, then I do have this little candle ring, which I'm probably going to have to cut to get it to fit around. Yeah, it's not going to. So I could put it there. I could put it here. I have two. Up to. So I could do that with it. Which I'm not in love with either of those. So we're gonna put a candle in there. And then I have this cloche that I picked up at a Goodwill. I think I like that the best. I think no greenery, maybe no greenery. Though I didn't necessarily like the greenery around it, I do have this just individual baby grass wreath, and it actually, this fits right on there, and I think that looks nice. So I still get that pop of green to go with all this rusty, crusty, aged, creamish white here, and then have a pop. That way I don't have to have wood, which is still that dark color. I like that, and it's laying flat, so that's nice. Work on the window, and if it was just painted like this, perfect, but it has that little edging on it, so I am going to have to repaint it, brighten it up, give it a little bit more age than that cleaner latex paint on it. Before I sand it though, I'll go ahead and tape the windows off. But dirt. So now we'll get it cleaned up with some Dawn dish soap, hot water. So I think for this one, I'm just gonna do classic white. We're gonna do Picket fence since it has the primer and the top coat all in one. This is kind of shiny paint. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time trying to sand the inside by the windows, so I'm afraid that milk paint would just chip right off and I'd have a mess. So sometimes you just have to figure out, like, okay, could I sand it? Could I spray it to get the milk paint to give it chippiness? But we can still distress it without having to do the chippy paint. We can still take fusion paint and make it look old for this old window. So 2 coats of paint. Now it's time to distress it, just using the sander. Okay, time to push the tape off. Hopefully minimal work on having to scrape. In case you haven't got your tater fix in this video, here he is. Trying to see how many things he can knock onto the ground. He's already accidentally printed a couple pages off the printer. Oh, yeah. He is definitely entertainment 24/7. Nope, I'm not doing the Cricut right now. So, or cords. Oh, I guess it was the cords that were hanging down. Do you tell everybody how cute you are? Can I print some more stuff? Probably. So somehow he got his feet on the buttons and was able to print stuff out. And now he's looking at all the stuff that he took out of my caddy and put to the ground. He's convinced that I should open the window for him, but it's like 94 degrees, so we just got our air conditioner, so that's not happening. So I went to Etsy. I was looking for just some simple florals that I could do a digital download and then have it in my computer. So I found this. Let me get my little mouse working. So I thought these were some simple flowers. And then it's on sale, so $1.46. Yeah, there you go. Other than, you know, you have your paper you printed out on and your ink that you use, but you always have them. So this is what I needed to see. So I need to now, now that they're in my downloads, I need to copy, edit, copy. And then I need to go into my Excel. So hold on. Now I open my Excel. I'm going to paste it onto the Excel. And then let's see, like when I go to print it, I need it to be as big as I can get it with the windows. So that's not going to work. Nope. So you just keep messing with it until, like, see, it's almost 1 per page now. See, now it's more of like 1 per page, even though I have a little bit here. So I need to go back in and just shrink it a little bit. And let's see what it does now. Okay, lots of moving it back and forth. That I just printed out, I want it to make it look a little bit more aged. I don't know how well that will be gluing on glass, so we're gonna try this first. So I'm gonna use instant coffee, a spray bottle, Pour some instant coffee in there. See how messy I can be. Just a little bit of a mess. So I printed these out like 2 different ways. So I got cardstock and I have just copier paper because I didn't know which would take to being stained, aged very well. You never know. So I've got my coffee mister. I have this paper that I want to back it with if it ends up matching. I got it at an auction from an artist, but I needed some kind of bigger paper because it's like not cardstock, like type size. Of course, it's bigger than that. I didn't want it just to be the glass. I wanted to have something to back it with. I definitely liked the cardstock better, and I actually like. I don't think I'm going to cut that out, even though it's not perfectly centered. I like that imperfectly. It gives it that old-timey look of not being perfect. So I just want to make sure that everything is dry. So, and then it'll flatten down. So we'll just do parchment paper and my little heat press here. This little thing comes in so handy. Using some glass cleaner. So this is the cardstock and then this is the paper. I like the darkness that happened on the cardstock, so that's why I picked the cardstock. This to me is light. And of course it doesn't fit the whole thing. That's what the other paper, there you go. It doesn't fit the whole frame. That's what the other paper, I think it should have some paper back behind it. So, I mean, I could cut around the image, but I like how the liquid coffee, instant coffee, stained the paper, and I think that would take away the patina of it. So we'll get these on and then I'll see what it looks like without the other paper behind it. I'm hoping that the transfer gel does not bleed the coffee stain out or anything like that. That's all I can hope for, guys. So gonna go right onto the window. Try not to move it around very much. Just the brayer a little bit. Just gonna wipe that off. take a peek. Okay, we're just gonna move on. That's all you can do. Pray for the best. So here's the backing. I kind of peeked at it, but I do think it needs the backing, just in general. Remember, this is just supposed to look like it is old, that it's been like this for years. Release those corners so I can stick it in the corner. So we can get that in there a little bit better. These old windows, I'd like to say that it's all the same size, but I don't think they are. Slightly off just a wee bit. I just want to make sure my corners are gonna stay. I need some type of a backing, not just to put paper on here that could go through and damage this. So I just grabbed some of my boxes, and I'll just cut them down and make them fit because I'll be covering them up anyway with the contractor's paper. So at least we'll have something sturdy that will protect the paper. So it's not too bad. It was only one box. I just cut it to size. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the backing on it. Okay, I've got the cardboard on. I made sure that you couldn't see it from the front. And now I think I'm just gonna staple it. I'm gonna staple it right on. One thing I didn't realize when I was working on this window is these must have been replacement glass until my transfer gel dried. So older window has that green tint to it, newer window doesn't. So talk about an older piece, y'all. Yeah, I'm like, well, yep. That's that perfectly imperfect I talk about. Definitely not redoing it, that's for sure. So yes, there are those antique items that they're nice, you know, the light fixture, the window, it's nice, but it always needs just a little bit more to get it to be beautiful home decor. So I hope that I have shared some of my ideas. I hope I have inspired you in any way of any of the items that I've done. Even a chicken feeder can be beautiful home decor. Who would have thunk it? So anyway, thanks again for watching today's video. Give me a quick comment down below which of the items I made over today were your favorite. Do you have any of these lying around in your stash? And as always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. We are so close to 100,000. I'm really hoping by the end of the summer. You know, you have to have a goal, whether it happens or not, but man, I sure could use anybody's help that is not already subscribed to the channel. So again, thank you for watching today's video. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video, and we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.